So, alright, so what is this? This should be in this. Grand Rising to the block. Get some love. Cousin Zana, I called you. I don't know what's going on board as well. I'm so proud of my hair. I don't know what to do. I called you, cousin. Thank you, Gigi. The food is good. Yes, it is. I had a very, very good Sunday. Even though I didn't really go to sleep until like 7 maybe. But I heard from Molly and my mom today, and I was really happy to hear from them. Got through a conversation without crying. That was good. They say I'm a big baby. I don't think I am. Well, I am the baby, of course. I don't think I'm a big baby. This is hard. This would break somebody up. I'm doing exceptionally well. Especially with the cousins. I have a lot of cousins that are really so supportive. Male and female, and that even means a lot. A lot of my male cousins are very supportive. Very supportive. Can't thank them enough. I'm just super grateful. So we got 16, got 15 more days for the next round of results. I'm excited because I know that I'm changing history for my bloodline. No, I said that wrong. I'm not changing the history for my bloodline. I'm changing my history. I want to know where I need to grow. What I say? I didn't see what I. Let me stop. Funny, that was funny. Um, I'm grateful. I got a lot of work I need to get done today. Gotta get these notebooks over here. Get these spreadsheets worked out. I got 2 people I need to add to this spreadsheet. One is already added. I just need to redo her managers. I'm really getting some good sleep. I can't believe how exhausted I really was, and I was just kept going. From a human relative living in what is now Israel, suggests the ancient humans dispersed out of Africa in multiple waves. Duh. What makes everybody? I just love how the audacity of these scientists. Why don't you go into something knowing that you don't know it? You don't know what the heck is going on. I think there's really something wrong with us. It's not us because I don't do that. I never claim to know more than what I know. And I always know that what I know is not everything there is to know. I do. Here we go. Anyway, I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm making whatever decision I made. Even the regrets that I have because I didn't know what I knew then. I don't even, I'm happy. I'm glad that my mom is still alive so that I can talk to her. I know it's selfish. It's super selfish. What I did was selfish. But sometimes I feel bad for like being able to save her. Because I don't think none of the other family would have done what I did. Well, they didn't. I'm the only one who spoke up. I'm always speaking up. And I'm always the bad guy. But I'm going to speak up. Like, when people can't speak up for themselves, especially if it's involving me, I'm going to speak up. I've always been like that. And right is right, and wrong is going to always be wrong. Cousin, Ayawa, cousin. I called you and I'm getting a little nervous. I hope you are okay, cause you better be okay, cause I would start walking to California right now. Please reach out to me. I should probably try to call you again. I messaged you. It's not going through. I called your phone. I can't leave a message. Oh, I attach to people so quickly when I feel a vibration, but I detach just as quickly. I prayed all night. I don't even like I can't explain my connection with my higher power. It's not really that simple for me to just sit here and analyze because it's so many layers. But I prayed all night, and then right when I was about to start my mess, my emotional warfare, my phone rang, and I text. And because I had text, I be wanting to talk to my mom way more than I do, but I don't because number one, it frustrates me to hear her in this condition. And two, I don't be wanting to upset her because I no, I don't think anybody else in this situation can relate to her like me because of the way I was done. But then again, more people should be able to relate. I think it's just a choice. And I came to a point where I had to make a choice. Am I going to protect these dead people who first... Am I going to protect these people that are not here today? I played a big role in all of this. Am I going to protect them? Or am I going to stand by my mother? And I made a choice. At first, I was trying to protect everybody. Oh, I've got to be pessimistic. No, I'm not pessimistic. I have to have clarity on it. I know there's so many sides to this, or all sides matter. At this point, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know everything. Last month changed my whole perception. Not last month, Mother's Day. When I talked to my mother on Mother's Day. Forgive me. I know you're gonna laugh at that one. Anyway, I'm happy. Like I really feel good about all the decisions that I've made. I was forced to make. Seriously, I try to, I want to do a lot of repair, and I'm just gonna start with me. People that want to work on repair will get along. I'm just happy. I'm so happy. It's rainy today. I wanted to go out in the garden and do a live. The weather is like, ugh. I don't want to mess my lots up with that rain. So I don't know. Next week, maybe I'll start one day a week. I need to go out. Also want to go to Schoenberg Library and do some research. So I don't know if I can record it here, but I would like to. I'm gonna talk to them and see what I can do about that. Also, I believe it's Family Search. A new subscriber had told me that they're on Lenox Avenue. I want to go there as well. How I get a voicemail and my phone didn't ring? Somebody's blocked. I done blocked the whole world. And it's only because I want my energy. I want to use my energy when I want to use my energy. I don't want to use my energy just because people have availability to me. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm really learning. Hey, Sister Barbara girl, you call me 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll be asleep. I'll be just getting to sleep. I gotta text her back. That's Sister Barbara from Apartments of New York City from YouTube. I gotta text her back. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with calls. I didn't even know nobody called me because I'd just be like, my phone don't be ringing, but I'll be forgetting my phone is off. Cause really just, I've always been in everybody else's world. Like since a child, you're in everybody else's stuff and shit. So it's like now I'm just like really honing my own family and my own choices. So I just set myself apart. No Contact is going amazing. I told my mom and Molly this morning that I just couldn't take it anymore. Like the little innuendos, they sound small, but they're huge. When you hear me and my mother's story, it's just certain things that you're not supposed to say to people like us, you know. And there's a huge thing here that when children are abused, the adults don't protect them. It's just a huge thing here. Even when those children, victims, become adults, they're still scrutinized. So it's just like, this is what we're not going to do. I went through it myself, so I know it firsthand what it does. So it triggers me twice because I was done the same way. This No Contact is good. I miss what I thought I had with a lot of these people. You know, even on my mom's side. I loved it though, but you know, it just came to a time where my peace became more important. And I actually have a whole historical society behind me, so I don't really need. I don't want for it. I'm going to do this on my own. I was actually elected to the board at the furnace. I'm amazed. I'm shocked that I fit in this space because I've always been just ostracized from people in their endeavors. So it's a new phase for me. I'm grateful for it. I'm sitting in spaces where I never thought that I would be able to sit. And by choice, I want to be there. I enjoy doing this research. I enjoy learning what my grandparents and their grandparents. I have the opportunity to research 146 of my grandparents. Most of us with this complexion don't have the opportunity. And on top of that, everyone that came before me never had that opportunity to know 146 of their grandparents, to know that they match slaves and graves, people that were enslaved and abused, prisoners of war, excuse me. I don't even like the S word, use the S for identification, but prisoners of war. Um, I wouldn't know these things. Not only if I, like, doing your DNA is one thing, knowing how to utilize it is where it's at, and most people just don't have that brain capacity. I'm gonna assume, but oh my God, that's funny. Now you know I'm not playing with you. Forgive me. That's funny. I'm cracking up. Thank you for the correct spelling of that. I need to get to work, but I may just say today to just relax. I can't hear. I know. Everyone freaking about to say some shit there. So Gina cooked. I was knocked out. I know she like my mind going through something because this mug ain't waking up at 5 o'clock. It's I want to. It's not depression. It's definitely not depression. I called it purge, and Molly was like, "No, no." I was like, "No." It's like when you're just releasing connections and you're just replenishing. Like I'm replenishing all of the shit I made up in my head, all of the expectations I had of other people, letting go of the expectations they had of me. It's a lot. Being stretched, honey, I've got the weirdest family situation you will ever. There's a lot of these people, and it's just so much dysfunction that being a survivor of actual real abuse, being a survivor of two parents who were never supposed to be my parents. That was supposed to be my parents. I have to mind my energy and mind who I let have access to me and who I let myself get connected to. Like that's even more important because I'm giving out my energy to people, and sometimes that's not always a good thing. It's just not always a good thing. Especially when you don't know who you are. And like that's and when other people won't believe who you are, because I deal with that a lot. Um, I just want to make my mom proud. You know, I don't even think my dad would have liked me. Um, I don't think. You know, it's just like I don't think he would have liked me. I don't think none of them actually liked me, and I just don't care anymore. Like I did care in the beginning because I was adopted and I always just wanted family, and I wanted to know what it feels like to be accepted into a family. But I'm never gonna have that experience. I'm never gonna. That is just not my journey. My journey is clearly to be able to stand and thrive in all aspects of all levels of adversity and demonic energy and dysfunction and still be able to come out and say, I'm set apart. I can do I can be the woman I want to be, not what I would be expected to be. Being connected to you people. It's the hardest thing to look at your own environment and say, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. I don't want to be a part of confusion. I don't want to be around people who are not rebuilding themselves, not pointing the finger at everybody else, but rebuilding themselves. I've been around the pointing the finger people all my life. Honey, and they live entire lives not knowing who they were, barely caring about anyone outside of themselves. Like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to hold on to falsity. I don't want to believe in people that don't deserve it. Like, I'm grateful. I'm just really grateful. All of the support I have gotten over since April of this year, my life really changed. Everything was not like this before. It was hard. I feel like I was taking abuse. I honestly feel like this whole thing was just abusive. I had to mute myself. I had to like be put in this predicament where I have to forget how I existed. What if that's my like? Just grateful, grateful that I pay attention to my own feelings. I always used to like the way my mom raised me, Catherine. Everything I did was really never about me. It was always about her and what she wanted. Even though I was very disobedient, I love that about me. I don't care what nobody say. I love that about me. Um, just realizing that I can come into myself and realize that I have my own connection with my own source. And I have my own journey. And I'm just, oh my gosh, so grateful for all the people that I've been meeting. Okay. You gotta be smiling, boy. You crazy. Um, it's good to just have good connections with people, especially most people that from my peers. are out of my life, but a lot of new connections that I made, like in the past 8 years, the past 5 years, 4 years, like it's just super amazing energy. Oh, really? I never use them. I ain't even gonna say what I was about to say. We're gonna leave it at that. Forgive me, y'all. Peace and love. 27 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to be long. I need to finish. I want to find something to eat. I need to get these spreadsheets done. Should put me something. Have you ever seen somebody really chew with their mouth closed? Because that's me. I'm an army baby. A lot of people don't know that about me. My blood, and I was raised by Army veterans, real ones, World War II veterans at that. Excuse me, the dad that raised me was in World War One and World War II, so I'm like I had to chew with my mouth closed. I had to walk perfect posture, walk with the books on my head, all kinds of stuff. I was left-handed, wasn't supposed to write left-handed. I don't know what that was about. I wasn't down with that. That's when I really started getting bad because I'm like, these people crazy. How God born me this way and you want to change me? That's why I say man and woman and human being, you got to be careful. Like, I used to be a follower because I didn't know no better. But when I realized who I was following and why, I grew out of it. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like to have you where they put you. And I'm not the one that's gonna be there where you put me at. I'm gonna be all the way on the opposite where you didn't put me at. You didn't expect me in on top of that. That's just me, that's just the spirit I have. Everybody that knows me personally knows it. Peace and love to Cabrera. Peace and love, Don, cousin Donna. Peace and love, Hopi. I miss you so much. We got so much catching up to do. So much has happened. You are going to be so proud of me of the steps that I have taken. I told mommy about the new family members that I have been finding, her relatives and my father's relatives. I don't really think she likes when I talk about him, so I don't really talk about him to her. Because I don't know what, and I want to say this. For all of the people out there who have made up in your mind that my mother had a relationship with this old ass man, you are truly sick. And you have no respect for me because I told you the truth. It's like my mother tells me the truth every time I ask her. This is why I decided not to let anyone interrogate my mother if I'm telling you the truth. So whoever they think they saw was someone else. And that is something that y'all have to deal with of why you failed the children in your community. Because everyone was adults but my mother. So that means that all the adults, living and dead, failed her and me. So honestly, Yeah, that's how I see that now because the little stuff that's been said, the little stuff that's been said, I even know where it happened. It didn't even happen on Allison Street. This is what I'm saying. People, my mother has no reason to lie. She ain't got nothing to lose. She's already lost her life. And he was stupid for what he did because he definitely paid for it. He definitely got what he was looking for. And I'm glad for him. He definitely got what he was looking for. Should have did a blood test on him before he died. But that part is over. And see, that's the only thing that I do know. I wasn't going to ever say out of my mouth. But when I found out why we left in the hospital, everything changed. And I sat back and I said, well, who has said what to me these past 2 years? And it was just like really unbelievable. That 2 years later, I have these people telling me they believe that some girl was my mother. So that means you haven't heard anything I fucking said. You haven't heard anything I said. You're not listening to the victim. You're listening to your own ego. And I'm grateful that I don't live in that world. I live in reality. I live in reality. I don't live, I don't have anyone to protect but myself and my child and my mother. But I protect her from her doing wrong? Hell no. I don't do that. But I'm going to protect her from people making up a narrative because they need to feel comfortable or they have their loved ones to protect. At the end of the day, we're talking about a child. So it just makes me look at everybody like, ooh. Even my own aunts and uncles, I cannot respect. I can't give respect when there's no respect due. There's no respect earned. I can't respect unless it's earned in this type of situation. And my mother's not lying on anyone. And it just bothers me that I would even have to be put in this predicament. Like I heard it so many times, but I couldn't hear it no more. You're not gonna keep diluting what happened to my mother. But until the day I die, I ain't got no voice in me, and I'm writing my own obituary. No one is gonna dilute what happened to my mother. I don't care about people's feelings. I don't have any. I don't care about people's feelings when it comes to reality. Reality is reality. Reality is reality. It's not always nice. Sometimes adults are horrible people. Sometimes they really do make terrible mistakes and they ruin other people's lives. I know nobody wants to be that person, but we got all this dysfunction, but nobody wants to be the leader of dysfunction. Nobody wants to be the person who's bearing all the dysfunction, but yet there's just all of this dysfunction. Sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes it's you. You see, I do a lot of self stuff. This is not, a lot of people just don't be hearing from me because I be really in my own world. Oh, you definitely lit. You talk about you definitely lit. Yeah, my hair is definitely long. Damn, my bad. Um, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for clarity for my own self. Because people, this was too much. This was a lot. Like, I don't want no one or two or four people to think this is all about you, honey. This is about at least 100 people. This is a lot. This is a widespread from my mother and my father. Both of these people and all their connections. This is, it's too much. I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of the dysfunction. And I represent the dysfunction of these two families from Philadelphia in the 70s. I represent the dysfunction of the community, the police, the school system, the United States. I literally embody the dysfunction of Philadelphia in 78. And my brother, who made it America's Most Wanted, he embodied the dysfunction of 77 and 76. People want to act like what didn't happen happened. Oh, it happened. And we got work to do. Yes. That is huge for me. He gonna be like, I ain't say nothing about tomorrow. Before you even bring it up, because I know it's coming. I'm gonna go out of town and visit a friend of mine. It's time for me to just, I'm going out of town and visit a friend of mine and chill just for a day and just relax, no pressure, I'm not really into meeting people. I have anxiety issues. I don't like meeting new people. This experience with finding my dad and these people was a bit much for me. Now I'm like, the thrill is over. I was excited because I thought like this was gonna help me heal, but I don't know what I was thinking considering we don't share the same mother, and I forgot how their baby mom crappy is. My mother is no one's baby mom. My mother was assaulted by two grown men. And the stuff these people have been saying to me, like, you cannot do this over. I'm not saying nothing about your mom and little stuff like that. Like, my mom was a child. This is how, like, you people have children. Is this how y'all really treat children? This is why me and my daughter to ourselves, because as a people, we really do harm to each other, and no one ever wants to admit that. I want to say to anybody I've ever harmed out there, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm doing better. I'm gonna start doing. Oh. I ain't gonna say that. Because I already know that's going to see the smile. It's just peace. Like I get, I've raised my daughter by myself against in dysfunction, the most dysfunctional society. The society is a menace to itself at this point. And this is why I have so much gratitude. And even with my mom laughing today, me and my mom laughed. And I was like, listen, Mom, you know I'm a big baby. She was like, yeah. Yeah. She can say something so clear. There's some things I can't. Oh. I don't go crazy. I love when people can make me laugh. That's a plus. Um, it's really grateful to be able to talk to my mom today. My mother, my biological mother. And I have so much respect for her. And no, no one can talk to her. If you have any questions for her, swallow them and shit them out. No one's asking my mother anything. I've already told the truth, and I already see people don't want the truth. People can't handle the truth. So no, no access, no content. I'm not doing this. I'm not haggling with the respect I deserve as to how I even got in these people's family in the first place. You gotta be kidding me. And I really don't care if nobody don't like me. Peace and love to the block. I'm so humbly grateful for all the new subscribers. We have over 300 subscribers. I am so proud of this. This Thursday, we are doing Gratitude and Chill. I may not be on StreamYard. I may just do it live. I've really broke down my studio into like literally a work desk. Where they gonna came from? I'm gonna need some coffee. Finish this chicken, or I'm gonna eat it later. I'm really full. The salad kind of filled me up. And I'm grateful for today. This was a beautiful day. Every day I get to talk to my mother is a beautiful day. Every day I get to see that my daughter is healthy is a beautiful day. And every day that I'm in my right mind is a beautiful day. And I'm just really grateful for my growth. Because growing is a choice. Yes, we all have a higher power. Yes, we all do. But all of us are not connected to it. All of us are not at all. This place would be... Leave me alone. Oh God, what a beautiful day. I'm just grateful. I deserve a son at this point, but I'm too old. I think I'm too old to be able to children. But then again, no, I'm actually not. You just stop acting like you gotta have children at 10 and 2. Even my daughter, I was like, I'm gonna make a great grandma. She was like, Mom, I've got time. You didn't have a baby till 25. I was like, you were so right. And I just be looking at her like, wow. I love her mind. I love that I was able to provide a space for her. Even when we were homeless, I was always teaching my daughter and showing my daughter and talking to my daughter, even when the process of me learning and re-raising myself. So I'm just so grateful for balance, this balance. It feels good. It feels real. Anyway, peace and love to the block. Stay focused, whatever you're working on, whatever you're aiming at, go after it, don't give up. Even when it looks like everybody is going the opposite direction and you're just isolated, keep building, keep growing, keep your heart clean, stay connected to your source. Whatever that is, we all have our own way of connections. Like, I have a thing with people, so it's really hard for me to like fellowship with others. But if we can ever get a connection, we're connected for life because I mean, I am a humanitarian by the stars, just by the stars alone. So there's a lot going on. I'm transitioning into creating another blockcast called Dear LaFonda. And I want to make it super, super amazing so that my mother can just hear me breaking down and thinking and conversating and sending her love. Just a whole podcast dedicated to my birth mother. After all she had to endure, that's the least I can do. It's the least I can do, you know. And I think it's a beautiful idea. A lot of people are giving me great, beautiful feedback on it. Thank you to all of my cousins, cousin Rhonda, cousin Judy, Bridget, Hopi, Ayawa, Mommy Crystal, Carrie, Angie, oh God, even Deanna, I love you, girl. Cousin Lauren, Mystica, cousin David, cousin Jermaine. Oh my goodness. President Comer, peace and love to you and your beautiful family. Peace and love to the Maryland Historical Society and other board members. I'm just really, really, really proud of myself. And I made it this far. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I'm excited for this next round of testing and where that is going to go because that is huge. I think somebody mentioned a magazine or something. That's all I can say. I'm grateful that I'm learning all of this stuff, this research, and I'm healing in a correct way. I don't know how many of my ancestors that came before me had this opportunity, but I'm taking full advantage of it. When I leave here, I'm going to be healed. I'm not going to be hurt. I'm going to understand why everything happened the way it did. I'm going to be able to comprehend that and not feed off of the energy of the dysfunction, but I will live off of the energy of the healing of that said dysfunction. I couldn't ask for more. I'm really good at support. Peace and love. I hope all is well. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Welcome to another week. In July already, I'm going already. Peace and love. I love you.